Today it is my pleasure to welcome you to the first 18 holes at Summit Hills of the season, and I am really excited to be back. The day I recorded this, it was almost 80 degrees by the end of the round, and the game is feeling really good. Last offseason I spent so much time tweaking and overthinking golf. It was really nice to just come out of the gate here and just play like I wanted to play without overcomplicating anything and changing anything big. I feel like I'm already back where I want to be, and this round is a really good example of that. I'm really glad I was able to record this, and also I'm really glad it was so nice early in the year because it really felt like I'm back in kind of mid-season form. It's just so much easier to play golf when you're in shorts and a t-shirt, and it was a really nice day in general. Now, of course, the weather has not been staying like that the day I'm recording this. It's back in the 40s. We're supposed to get snow in the coming hours here, but at least we got one good look at this place in the spring in some nice, gorgeous blue skies and everything like that. So I hope you're able to enjoy the golf and the views as much as I did on this day. And we'll be offering some commentary along the way because there's some interesting things that do happen in this round, like me making a par on the first hole. How great is that? So I've been trying to get back to using the shot tracer app. I did end up paying for it again. It's pretty expensive, honestly, especially for what it is. But I have to say, it just doesn't work great. I'm still experimenting with the different angles of the camera and what I need to do in terms of like how close or how far away. So we'll hopefully get better with that over the year. But what you're seeing in this video is actually just everything that it automatically traced. A lot of the videos I made with it last year, I actually had to manually trace a lot of shots, and that adds a ton of time to making these videos. So this year we're just gonna see if we can get good at making like the right angles and the right distance with the camera, and then it should actually do it on its own. I mean, that's part of what you're paying it for, but it doesn't work very well. So we'll see if we can't make that happen throughout the year. Now, this is one of my favorite holes, and I love it because it's so short, a little bit downhill, but I had a really big kind of high fade off the tee, and it leaves us with a really good number in, and then I hit the perfect 9-iron into this green, and man, what that was like the epitome of how good this day was. And I almost jar it. I'm like a couple inches away from actually jarring it. So first opportunity at birdie for the year, and of course, you know me, we're sinking this easy. Oh no, just kidding. Way too much. I also wanted to say that this course is actually like in really good shape for this time of the year. Last year around this time, it was actually completely flooded. Like it was really bad. Bunkers completely filled with water. A lot of the holes were just unplayable. And this year, I think, they took a more sensible approach. Like he made it so you can't take carts out early in the year, and it's actually in really good shape. I mean, in terms of being wet, I mean, yeah, it's still a little wet, but there's not really, I think we had less precipitation this year through April than we did last year, so that helps too. But I'm actually really shocked. I played, I played obviously a few 9 holes already here, and then now as of recording this, it's been 2 18 holes. This was the first one, so it's been great though. I tell you what, it's pretty firm. Some places, some holes are still a little bit wet, but I think I've only really had like 1 or 2 lost balls to like plugging or anything like that. So pretty satisfied with that. It lines up really well with my goals because like last year we had to take like this big swath of time off. I think it was like almost 2.5 weeks without being able to play like a full 18 holes, and it was because we got so much rain kind of in late to mid-April there. And I just hope that this can stay this way because I feel like I am making nice progress. Around that time I had felt like I had made a lot of progress too, but I spent so much time changing things with the swing that I kind of just forgot, everything kind of went backwards after that. So I do really like where I'm at right now, and my goals are just simply to just stay where I'm at. I don't necessarily even care about getting better or anything like that. I just want to not get worse again because it was such a bad feeling. It was so unfun to be like shooting in the the mid 80s. I think we even had that like 83 early in the year last year. I remember I also played at Pine Hills and shot in the low 80s. And then like by May and June and July, it was like I was struggling to break 100 again. So I just hope that we can just be consistent and continue to, maybe make small progression, but it's just fun to feel like I'm actually getting consistent at golf, and I just really want to try to stay that way. Now, if you look on the right side of what you're looking at here, just kind of under that tree, you'll see something moving there, and that is actually a turtle. I've never seen a turtle really anywhere, up close and personal. I've seen a lot of animals on this golf course, a lot of deer, but there's actually a turtle coming out of this little pond here. So trying to get up close. I don't really want to scare it. I didn't want it to run away. I don't actually know. Like, I don't know. Maybe you're putting your life at risk going too close to a turtle. But I just thought this was awesome, man. This is one of my favorite things about this golf course is it really feels like you're in nature. That's one of my favorite things about golf in general is just being outdoors. I always love to be outdoors, but there's just not really a lot to do outdoors. So golf is the perfect marriage of that. Now, turtle's not the only thing we see today on this hole, especially as well. We also see a snake. It's just a little snake. I actually saw a snake when me and my uncle played at a course called Sand Springs, and it was like, about the same size. This one's slightly longer, I guess, but obviously he's completely oblivious to my presence. He's just there enjoying the gorgeous day. Maybe he's trying to get 18 in himself. I do think if there's any one thing that I do want to see improve though throughout the year, it's just consistency throughout the bag. That's actually probably the thing I am the worst at in golf. Like obviously I have a lot of problems, a lot of different flaws with this swing in general, but I just can't seem to get consistent. Like if I have really good tee shots and long irons and approach shots, then it always seems like my wedge game and my putting fall. And it's like I can never be good at all the whole bag. And every once in a while I have like a hole where it's like, man, the whole bag is going well, but it seems really uncommon for the whole round to feel like, oh man, I made really good swings with the 3-wood and really good swings with the putter and the wedges and everything like that. So this tee box not in great shape. I don't know if we'll get any improvement on this here, but this hole is this is basically like the tailor-made example of why I had trouble with this hole, because it's like if I can just figure out what I need to do, this massively uphill iron shot, low iron shot, maybe a wedge shot, it would be a lot easier to score. But it's so, I feel like, inconsistent here. I struggle a lot to find the right yardage. And even though I hit a great tee shot, I'm now sitting here and making a complete mess out of the hole. So just trying to get consistent with the whole bag, I think, is the thing. And it's difficult. And even though, I don't even use, like, I only use 10 clubs. And I think that helps with that. But finally, in a sarcastic wave to the crowd there, because it's like, man, I finally hit a putt that I'm actually satisfied with. So just got to work on everything, and hopefully consistency throughout the bag can be something that will come with time. But I think the thing I'm most pleased with is how I've been playing 18 recently. I used to maybe like a year and a half ago have a really unhealthy look at this hole, didn't really take a smart approach to it, and I feel like just the kind of knowledge of where my game is and what shots I should and shouldn't hit has really helped me with this hole specifically because it's really not that long of a par 5. So if you just make good decisions and you leave yourself good angles through these trees here, you can be in really good shape. And this is obviously getting some help thanks to the fact that it's April and there's no branches or anything like that yet. But just leaving good angles in and then having a nice iron in for this green regulation is really good. So I'm really satisfied with where everything's at. I have to say, even though the weather's turned back to a little bit more normal for this time of year, I'm really satisfied with the golf course and its conditions too. So I have a couple other reviews planned, guys, so I hope you'll stay tuned. But otherwise, thank you for following me throughout this journey of golf. It's been such a fun adventure, honestly. So thank you for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.